Hello and welcome back to the couch. We saved you a seat. My name is Luke.
And I'm Emily.
And we are checking out A Court of Thorns and Roses, chapters 10 through 14. Now, my friend, well, hold on. Before I get to that, if you'd like to follow along, you can use the link in the description. It's an Amazon link. It supports the channel if you buy the book. It supports the channel if you use the link and buy anything. So if you want to support the channel, just use that link to buy anything on Amazon. Toilet paper. Don't care. Also, we have memberships. It's $2 a month, and you might get some things a little bit early, but you might not. And it's really just to support the channel if you like what we're doing here. So with that out of the way, Emily, you had me. I mean, this is some homework, dude. Homework. Well, full disclosure, I thought it was 10 through 13. And I was like, okay, finally done. And then I looked and I was like, oh, right, there's one more to this. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to stop right there. Which is that my first just gripe about this book specifically. It's my first actual one. Because all the rest, it's like, okay, whatever. But the, what are they called? The introduction of the creature, the truth-telling creature that was before the before time.
Oh, the Suriel?
Maybe should have described what that character was more, because I literally was like, did she just come up with that on her own? Because it's mentioned sporadically in chapter 9 and mentioned in very little bit in chapter 11. And so I was like, I had to be like, did she just walk up and say, can you tell me how to find this? And she said it in her own way. But that's my only thing. If you were reading it straight through, I'm not sure that you would have missed it. But I imagine there's people on the internet that were like, where did this come from? Did she just come up with this on her own? Because they do introduce a puka and a Bogge.
Bogge? The Bogge? I have no idea how to say it.
Maybe the most terrifying creature of all time. And then they introduce this thing, this Suriel, that's like a Doom Lord, which is what I think of. Some sort of a banshee kind of looking thing. Maybe like an actual ghoul, a like, dead soldier.
It feels to me like what a Dementor would look like if it had a body.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Or the hooded figures from Lord of the Rings. Same thing.
The Nazgul.
The Nazgul. Yeah. Overall,
see, you know anime. I know random Lord of the Rings.
You do. I do know a lot of anime. It's so sad. I love anime. It's good. It's good storytelling. But overall, like, the world's getting bigger. She's getting more accustomed to it. It's the Bogge.
I don't know.
It's super frightening. Look at me. Acknowledge me. You know, and that was a perfect time for Lucien to be like, I'm gonna kill this bitch. And he didn't do it. And no one would have known. So the sly fox ain't evil. He just lied. He is crafty.
I love Lucien in these chapters.
Okay.
I love Lucien in these chapters when they're out and she's like calming down from the Bogge attack or whatever, and then he's like still an asshole to her, and then she finally bites back a little bit, and she's like, why do you have to be so much like a prick?
Yeah, right. I got that written down. I was like, yeah.
And she's like, oh crap, this is how I die.
This is how I die, right here, right in this moment.
And then he's like, finally, we're gonna have some fun now.
Yeah. And I love that they go on more mini adventures together. And it's just him talking the entire time. It's just her listening. And it's like, oh, he just wants a friend. That's why he's so insecure. Okay, he just wants a friend. That's awesome. Speaking on that, it took me writing my notes to notice, and I feel so dumb for this. This is such a girl thing. I feel so dumb that she was hoping that Tamlin would feel more secure with her, knowing where she comes from, her knowing where he comes from.
What do you mean by that?
So, not that it's a girl thing. I think it's an everyone thing. But he feels he is alone. you discover that he's alone in these chapters, specifically for chapter 14, and she's also feeling that same sense of abandonment, of loneliness, and she's like kind of thinking, there's little moments where she's like, I kind of thought we were vibing a little, that we know each other, and that we're having some of the same experiences, and then she waffles back to her original feelings towards what she thinks is this gigantic monster, this evil villain in her brain. And to be honest with you, I don't blame her. I would have the same thoughts. So, but there's like sprinkles of moments of we actually have some of the same similar experiences of loneliness, of feeling like the odd person out, ugly duckling syndrome, all that kind of thing. She for sure has ugly duckling syndrome, which is hilarious.
Yeah, she does. Part of that as well, you find out in, I can't remember what chapter, but you find out that he was never meant to rule. He was never meant to like be lord of the manor.
Yes. Yeah. That happens.
He was also never meant to have to be the provider for her family either.
Right.
So, like, for sure.
There's some parallels. But he's the one pushing away from the parallels more than she is. At least we don't know. I mean, we're in her head, and I'm sure from his vantage point, it's this. He's actually probably just treating her like she's treating him. It's in certain, estimations. He's also honorable and thoughtful in his own way. But I did like that we got a few of those moments where she's like kind of fighting with herself and realizing that they're kind of the same, and it gives some empathy to his situation. And then she's like, "Oh, you're the High Lord." Oh.
Did you know beforehand?
I thought so. I mean, it made sense to me in my brain. I was just like, oh, he's probably the High Lord. But it would have led maybe to a more interesting story if he wasn't the High Lord of the Spring Court.
Spring Court.
Yeah. It would have been more interesting if he was just a rich, just absolutely savage dude who just is some random lord in the middle of nowhere, like a cowboy. But I've been watching a lot of Tombstone clips. Not Tombstone.
That explains a lot.
Also Yellowstone. Yeah. But yeah, now that like he's a High Lord, he was in his father's war bands. So, he might not be the oldest of his siblings. His family might have been wiped out for whatever reason. There's also a lot of ties in these 4 chapters to 50 years ago. Same thing with the blight. Same thing with the other things that the High King of missed it. Highburn has sent like spies to thwart all the
deceiver. Something happened with the deceiver. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you learn quite a bit. And as a matter of fact, I think my favorite chapter so far is chapter 4. Okay. Still, when he confronts her in the cabin.
Yeah.
I think that entire scene is filled with like some very in the moment human emotions. Hot take, I think my second favorite chapter is chapter 13.
Okay.
It's the library chapter. I think we talked about the Biltmore Estate last time. Yeah, the same thing. That exactly the image that I could saw in my head, and what the image was in the previous video is of that exact thing.
We also get some like real hardcore Beauty and the Beast like throwbacks in these chapters. So it's like, oh, you gotta get that bitch a library.
That's right.
So he does.
One of the time is, Tamlin says something to her later that, I'm immortal, I have all the time in the world. And Lucien begs to differ before this, as if there's some magic spell that needs to be broken, similar to Beauty and the Beast, which I don't hate. I don't hate if that's a plot point. Good sip. I'll take a little sip too.
It is a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Remember that?
Yeah. But we do get more of that. We get more.
You also get He comes back. He's bleeding. He killed the Bogge. He's been out like chasing that thing, ignoring her for a while. And he's bleeding. She like tends to his cut. He's like, how'd you get so good at this? How'd you get so good at mending those wounds?
Yeah.
But it's very much the same, like when she goes out and like the wolf attacks and Beauty and the Beast, and then she comes back and cleans his wound.
Yeah.
So a lot of good throwback vibes.
I like the reason for it. That the Bogge, the Bogge, I like how that it could actually injure a high Fae, which is interesting. Interesting. I think probably the most impactful thing that happens in this chapter, or in this sets of chapters, and I want to find it, make sure that I find it, is it's either in chapter 11 or 12. I think it's 11, when she finally comes to the realization that her family doesn't need her.
Right.
It's a little forced. I'm not gonna lie to you. I felt like it was forced as a reader. I was like, oh, that was... We're just gonna flip that switch. Okay, let's just move on with the plot. Whatever. It's not my book. I didn't write it. It did feel a little forced, to be honest with you. Because we're now, even though this has happened, she still doesn't trust him. And I'm just like, okay, it's a little back and forth. We're doing the back and forth thing. But to be honest with you, I like these chapters. These are pretty nitpicky things. These are like, I don't mean to be that guy, but I'm just like, okay.
You can always be that guy around me, Luke. That's fine.
Okay.
But so what do you think about his claws? That she's always talking about like his claws and all the things.
That's a good question. I haven't even thought about it.
So for me, like, it's a really good indicator of how he's actually feeling. So when he's like irritated as fuck, when he's mad or being petty about something, those claws are always out. When he's chill and fine, they're not. And there are times when she says something, being like, oh, that claw's gonna pop out, and it doesn't.
Right.
And then there's times that she thinks everything's fine, but his claws are out, and then you're like, what is going on with this? So, like, I think there's a little bit of I like the little moment of jealousy when she's like, I'm good, I don't want to hang out with you, bye, I want to be by myself. And then she's like, hey Lucien, let's go on a hunt. They get back to the house.
What's she gonna say to him though? Like, I really just went there to try to convince,
right. But then when they get back to the house, and at the end of like chapter 10, and he's like sitting at the dinner table, and she comes in, and he's like, "Oh, you want to be alone? How was your hunt? Did you have fun?"
I love that Lucien was like, "Fuck," because she even says like, "Oh, we were allies," and then we immediately weren't, and he was like, yeah, we went on a hunt." Because Lucien knows. We all know. Like, boy, he could just rip your chest out. Like, he could just stick his fingers through your chest and rip your heart out, actually. And that would be bad. And so, I like that moment, actually. I was like, oh, boy. Because Lucien's like... Whoop.
So, like, as a dude reading it, like... breaking the man code or not? Like, is he helping him out?
Lucien?
Yeah.
Oh, good question. I don't think so. Mainly because I think both of their intentions are so far from being romantic. Like, I don't think Lucien's intentions are romantic. Could be wrong.
I do not get that sense either.
This feels romance. Like a dude and a chick, and the dude's like, "Oh no, you're my best friend." Like,
right?
I don't find you attractive at all.
Right?
Like, yeah. And with the caveat that it's totally fine for Tamlin to feel a certain amount of jealousy. It's probably not jealousy from this situation either, to be frank with you. It's probably jealousy that's lingered from past situations, which is, I mean, what do you think as a chick, as a woman? What do you think of that situation? Do you think he has any right to feel jealous?
I mean, I guess like I kind of feel for the dude in these chapters because he's earnest in trying. He's being a good dude. He's given her help. He's trying to like take interest, right? And it's just one of those things where it just feels like she is not feeling it.
Right.
She's like, I'd much rather hang out with like Foxy over here, and just banter.
I think, who was I talking with about this? Somebody. But the moment in chapter 4 is frightening. This is her greatest fear realized. And she now has a face to it and a name. And she's living in its house. Mm-hmm. I can understand it taking longer than a week.
Right.
To overcome that kind of feeling. And whereas like Lucien is frankly acting like one of his sisters. Right? Like is catty. It's a little bit weird. He's fun. Like in like a bad way, he's fun. He's just like, oh yeah, we can do stuff, whatever. You know, like, oh, you want to know this? Sure, I'll tell you how to hunt this. Whatever. Like, you'll be fine. If you die, you die. It's okay. But you'll be fine. He's fun, you know, whereas like there's a level of carefree.
Right. Well, you can't be carefree. You don't have like an entire court on your shoulders that you have to take care of.
Yeah, you can be carefree. You're immortal. You know, you're not only that, you're immortal. Yeah, no. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, it's I don't know. I think there's a certain level of jealousy that's warranted. And I think the amount that's there is fine. They don't argue about it later, do they? I think there's like hints of it maybe in arguments.
No, she like she like comes up on them like mid kind of conversation where Lucian's like, what are you doing, dude? Like, where have you been? Because he's been avoiding everybody.
Right. He's
Lucien and Feyre. He's just like out hunting the Bogge, and he's using it as an excuse to just not be there.
Right. And he's like, hey, what are you doing? You need to be here. This is kind of important. What's happening here? Like, you did this. You need to be here for this. And that's when you get the moment where she says, Lucien, do you want to go for a hunt? And he's like, no, but he could take it. And then just rolls, which is the bro code move. Mm-hmm. Like, so you want to talk about like that. I mean, that's something I have and would do. I have done it for friends of ours where I've been like, oh yeah, no. But yeah, he's cool too. Right. I gotta go polish my sword. And so
did you have to go polish your sword? You couldn't come up with anything less.
I think that's what he went to do, polish his ruby laden sword.
It just elicits a certain image that I don't know that anybody wanted, Luke.
What are you talking about? What do you mean? I'm so
read too many smutty books.
I'm so confused.
You shouldn't be. Bless your little heart.
I am just
smutty books.
I am out of the loop here.
Good for you.
But what I will say about these chapters is that the rate in which action happens is so fast. And I'll be honest with you, I wasn't even drifting the reading, and I still kind of like, oh right, okay. When does a library scene happen? When does this happen? When do these happen? And I was talking with my mother, shout out mom, about this earlier and how much quicker it is in some of the other books we've done on the channel, how much quicker the pacing is for this. And like you were talking about, it is all set up. I mean, we're just looking at getting her from A to B and now from B to C from chapter 5. And so we're at the point now at the end of chapter 14 that she has no reason not to trust at least the decisions that are made by Tamlin at this point and Lucien at this point. Plus we got Naga, which are kind of my favorite. This is one of my favorites. I'm telling you, it looks like they're a little different in this story than what I'm accustomed to, which is like a seafaring mermaid type creature. But Naga. So Pretty stoked about Naga.
So we've got a couple different things. So we have the Bogge. You already talked about that.
Yeah.
You have the Puka who like shows up dressed like her dad. So
Yeah,
what
that
did
was
you think
crazy.
about that?
Thank you. That was okay. I'll go ahead and tell you that also seemed forced, but it was cool. It was like, hey, we need you to have a conversation with Tamlin right here in this point of the story so we can move on. That's what it felt like. Is that not? I mean, it's a cool mechanism for, hey, there's all sorts of creatures. Like you could just, at this point, you could just come up with a random creature and give it this otherworldly, omnipotent power and be like, oh yeah, this happens. That's called a Chin Li. It's like, okay, cool.
That's a Puka shell.
That's a Winder bomb. Like, it's like, what? I love that Winder bomb. I also like that like a Bogge is capital B and a Puka is lowercase p. Did you notice that?
Yeah, so it's like it feels like the Bogey's like a bigger boss in playing video games.
Yeah.
Right? Because also Tamlin's the only one that can kill it.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna ask you. Okay. When we come up against creatures in the future, because it feels like that's gonna happen now.
Mm-hmm.
In World of Warcraft, okay, there is like, as a player, if you're of the equal or dissimilar, just slightly dissimilar level, there's like 1-on-1, or you can kill it 1-on-1 basically. Then there's 2-on-1s, where it's a little tougher, but you probably use 2 people. Then there's 5, like a 5 person team are built to beat this. Then there's 25, and there's 40.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Okay.
Sorry, I'm just used to like Final Fantasy where you get 3 people.
I'm with you. So, like, the wolf at the beginning, even though she kills it 1-on-1, would be like a 2. Like 2 humans could theoretically kill the wolf.
Yeah. Well, it's a big bad fairy. Yeah.
Tamlin is like a 40. It's like a, he's like a high end boss at the very end. Like he's an in-game boss.
So there's like nothing more powerful than the 7 High Lords.
Right. That's why I'm like, Lucien is like 25. Like you would need you and 24 of your best friends to go and take that guy down. And you would hope to have half a county to beat Tamlin in a fight. Half of Haywood County, probably.
Hey, don't be knocking on Haywood. Come on.
It's fun. Just the Pisgah side, not the Tuscola side.
We've come a long way in the last 10 years.
We love it. But it feels like the Naga are going to be an actual threat. Like, these are not to be trifled with. Like, even Lucien, if Lucien showed up, Lucien would be like, oh, boy, I don't know about this. That's what it kind of feels like, and I love having that kind of threat coming. There was another moment in chapter 11 that I'm forgetting that I liked. She succumbed to the reality of the situation with the father. They let him know at dinner that, and he's been gone to fight the Bogge or whatever, and Lucien has a thing. Oh, the dream.
Oh, right.
Right. She dreams about killing the wolf again. This is a brand new development. I'm interested to see what this leads to. If it will lead to some sort of dream walking or future telling or whatever. Or if it's just like, hey, you have PTSD now. And to be frank with you, and that's something I was talking to my mother about today, is because we were talking about Yellowstone. My mother loves her some Yellowstone. And because she's half Texan. Well, she is full Texan, and she likes cowboys. But actually, she loves Kevin Costner. That's really what it is. But one of the characters has PTSD in the show. And the level of second guessing that's done when making decisions, third, fourth guessing that's done when making decisions with PTSD patients, it feels like Tamlin has PTSD, like to a severe amount. And unfortunately, and it seems like it's pretty well established in this, that that's the case. But unfortunately, that's not ever done very well in storytelling. Like, why does this character have to think an extra second, an extra half second about an action? Why is it just don't think, just do, you know, your Mavericks of the world? And so it feels like Tamlin's got PTSD in the way to act.
Yeah.
I know I've been rambling. I apologize.
I don't like it. I like when that happens because it's it's like you don't know why this person is the way that they are, and you want to find out more. You will eventually find out more.
Great.
But yeah, I think you're picking up on all the right things.
Thanks. Yeah. Okay.
Other big thing that we probably need to hit. Homegirl can't read none.
She is dumb. No. She's dumb as hell. Actually, she can't read none.
She can't read none.
She goes to the school for kids who can't read good. She dumb. No, she's had to take care of her family the entire life, and they haven't had a chance to. So when she goes to the library and learns to read, she has a moment with the children's and the mural. We forgot to mention the mural too, where she finally figures out, hey, this is why these people are like they are. It's essentially the map in the front of the book.
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh, we're little, and there's a whole lot of world that I don't know about."
There's a ton of world. The 7 courts, and then this other evil place called Highbone. But when she comes back to the books, she's got the children's book, and she's trying to kind of go through it, but it smells. She talks about it smelling bad. And then Tamlin shows up. And I was wondering if that's an ode to some sort of hunting sense that she has where she can kind of feel and smell and taste and whatever people who are around her, or if that was just a coincidence.
I think that's just a coincidence.
Okay.
I
didn't know if the book was made of human skin. Like, I was like, oh, maybe made of human skin.
Ooh. No, but I do think it's like interesting that he has a kid's book hanging around. Because you don't really see or hear anybody in the castle that it's not like we have a cute little chip cup character.
I just thought it was, I thought by the end I was like, oh, it's his family ancestral home, and that is his kid's book. That is his
probably
kid's book,
but she's in there like writing in it.
She has zero manners.
She gives zero shit. She's like, look at all this. If he can afford all of this, he can afford your couple books. Okay. I
love when she comes back and she's like, where's my paper and my books? And they're all like messed up and the paper's gone. She's like, damn. Well, somebody must have put it back. I don't care.
Oh, I love that when she's pissed off, she gets real southern.
She gets real country. She's like, oh, I don't have to worry about my family no more? Oh, God. Maybe Feyre is country. I think she just is country. I mean, she got AI for sure.
I think it's like she's finally getting to the point where see, now you're like making me do it. Okay.
Yeah.
So she's finally getting to the point where she's moving out of survival mode and being like, okay, well, this is literally the only thing I've dedicated the last 10 years of my life to.
Yeah.
So if I don't have to do that, then what do I want to do for me?
Right. She's like, I want to figure out how to write a letter. And Tab's like, you want my help? She's like, I am important. She's like, don't call me insignificant. I'm not stupid. And she flips out on him. It's hilarious. I'm sorry. That's how
I get it. It is, again, I say.
That's how I read it. I was like,
again, I say.
I'm just trying to help at that point. Like, stop it right now.
Forget how annoyed I get at her in the beginning of these chapters. I forget.
You're significant. I'm significant. Like,
but I think like it is fair because we're all in our own narrative.
Yeah.
So she has been surrounded by people her entire life that has done nothing but tell her that she is not nothing she does is good enough. She's not important to be remembered. She's not important enough to like get to learn things and have the same opportunities as her sisters.
Right.
And that kind of like constant negative talk gets in your head.
Yeah.
And to the point where you like let it ruin things that could be good for you.
Right. And we're talking back about that thing. Like, she thinks she's got some sort of, you know, relationship of equal standing with this man who is a loner by choice. And then he's like, you want me to help you, right? I actually do think he was that smug. I think it was pretty smug.
I didn't get that at all.
He was like, oh, I can help her. I'm like, huh. You want me to help you, right?
Hey, you know who can read?
You. Are you? He's like,
you clearly can't read.
He's like,
but I can read.
But you can't read?
Yeah. But he does like compliment her for the first time, and it's like genuine in that.
I love that part, actually.
He's like when he's trying to compliment her, he's like, your hair is clean. Like, direct quote, your hair is so clean.
Hey, your hair's clean.
Yeah. But like this, he wasn't trying really to compliment her, and he compliments her by being like, yeah, of course, you've had other things to do. You've survived. Like, look at all the things you can do, all the skills you do have. Of course you can't read. When were you going to have time to do that?
Yeah, and acknowledging her talent in those survival skills is huge.
Yeah.
Huge. But yeah, what else you got?
I was going to say, so we capture the Suriel. And...
right.
Suriel,
ask me these questions 3.
There are some who call me. So anyway, she captures the Suriel, gets to ask some questions, finally get some answers about what's going down, gets interrupted by this like attack that we don't know how that's gonna go down yet. But the information that we did receive from the Suriel is that he's the High Lord of the Spring Court. She calls her, or it's who knows what it is. The Suriel calls Feyre his little human.
Mm-hmm. Love
and
that.
She's like, I am nobody's. She's like pissed. She even said it. But like,
yeah,
his little human. And then the most important part was, it was like, look, stay with the High Lord. Just stay with the High Lord and everything will work out all right.
Yeah. I didn't like that, to be honest with you. I was like, okay. But yeah, do it. Like, how could the plot get worse? Just hang out in the house for the next 25 years, see what happens.
Yeah. I will say there's some, see if I can like find it really quick. I highlighted
also,
it.
we find out that Highburn is a place where they had to give up the human slaves and they were not happy about it. And we find out, while you look, we find out that that all of this resentfulness happened or began 50 years ago. I like, and we talked a little bit about Feyre in last one. I liked that Tamlin's reaction toward things is, this too shall pass, I'm immortal. Like, it'll all just become something else and we'll continue to live, and that's okay. And I was like, oh right, that's true, he is just like, he will just continue to live, like, even if it's like, even if things change, are still gonna be the same, like the sun's still rising tomorrow for him. So
right,
I thought that was kind of like an interesting take that you're not going to get from other characters. Did you find what you're looking for?
So close.
Like, because the funniest thing is shortcomings. Shortcomings was the funniest part. It's like, she's like, shortcomings, meh. I thought that was hilarious.
But it is though. Like, she's super self-conscious about it, but she's like, yeah, it is a shortcoming. Like, I can do all this shit, but I can't read, and I know that. That's why, like, I'm putting in the time. I'm here.
No, I did love that. I love that she immediately was like, "Get out of here! I gotta learn to do this."
Yeah.
Like she immediately got down to business. Like
Right.
old girl in China. What's her name? Mulan.
Mulan. Yes. I was like, what do we? Yes. The thing I wanted to find was the Suriel is talking, and she basically, it's after she says like, "Stay with the High Lord." I keep saying she. It's a, I don't. Who knows? It's a random being. But dang, sorry, this is taking too long. Okay. So it's saying, "Stay with the High Lord, human. That's all you can do. You will be safe. Do not interfere. Do not go looking for answers after day, or you will be devoured by the shadow over Prythian. He will shield you from it, so stay close to him, and all will be righted." But then says, "He does not know that his human woman came to trap a Suriel because he cannot give her the answer she seeks. But it is too late, human, for the High Lord, for you, and perhaps for your realm as well." So it's very contradictory.
Yeah.
It's like, just stay with the High Lord, you're going to be fine, honey, don't worry. And it's like, it's too late, actually.
Yeah. It's interesting, like, had she left at the beginning of the conversation, it wouldn't be too late. I don't know. If you left 5 minutes ago, you'd be fine. Okay. All right. So, yeah, I mean, what would be crazy would be if the Naga for accident like maimed her, because then our dude would be like, "Bitch," and he would go on a killing spree.
Right.
I don't think that's gonna happen. That's not how this kind of thing goes down. But it would be interesting.
That's not usually how things like that happen. You are correct.
But I am super stoked about the next few chapters. As a matter of fact, like I said, I think I read 2 of these chapters walking to the gym, and then I read another of the chapters walking back. So it was a very, very good time.
Okay, so the next chapters
15 through 17. Oh, by the way, I totally thought they were gonna have a sex scene after she wrapped his hand in the infirmary.
Oh.
I totally thought he was gonna be like, "Hey," because she even talks about him saying her name with a level of intimacy that shook her. And I was like,
yeah,
with the mask on? Anyway, chapters 15 through 17.
Okay, so chapters 15 through 17, we've got a couple of big things that happen. Huge pivotal moments. Huge pivotal moments. Viral moments that I can't wait to hear.
Bigger or smaller than the Red Wedding?
Oh, much smaller.
Okay.
Yeah. No. Yeah, there's some. Yeah.
I'm like, I want to ask the worst questions. I hope you understand, the audience. I want to ask terrible questions. Terrible questions. Like, does she walk in on 2 dudes doing some stuff and she's like, "Ew, vagrants," or whatever? Get out of here. Yeah. See?
Nay. There may or may not be.
Nope, don't do it.
Things get a little hotter in the next couple chapters.
I do love that she's like, "Yeah, his shirt's ripped open and his muscles are crazy."
She's like, "Oh my god, this is too much. There's too many muscles.
It's rippling back muscles." I imagine he's just like 6'9" and she's 4'11". Right? She's just this like little thing that he could pick up with one hand and carry with him in his back pocket.
I don't think it's like quite that bad. She's probably like 5'3" though.
Yeah. Oh, really? She's little. She's little, and he's like an immortal and like 6'5".
I agree.
For sure.
I agree.
I bet he grows. He grows in his beast form to like 7 feet.
Oh yeah, he is. He's like 7.5 feet tall at that point, like as a beast. Probably 8 feet tall with his antlers, but
with ears standing at 8 feet tall, we have Tamlin.
Timmy Tam, come on down.
So I think that's all we've got for you. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. It'll help us out. Also, if you want to follow along, don't forget you can buy the book via the link in the description. But I think that's all we've got for you. So until next time, later, taters.
Bye.